Thank you for your time, and I know it has been a long day, right? So today I'm going to share a big topic with you guys, how to apply AI as a technology to the operation of a IT environment. So first of all, AI is transforming every businesses. I believe your presence here with your peers actually proven this one. So AI's capability and advantage over every single business is apparent. And we talk a lot about how do we make a hype and also make a good use of it. What we believe is the wave is here. So the problem or the question to you all is how do you embrace it? How do you make a better use of AI? I still recall when we study history, back in the days with Industrial Revolution, we have a steam power revolution, we have electricity, and in recent years we have social media, we have iPhones, we have smartphones. That all changed lives. But now AI is the era that will be helping you to success. So according to the study from PwC, AI is making a lot of contribution. No matter we are talking about economically and also the boost in GDP. So every single business is thinking about what AI means to them and how do they make a better use on AI. So when we talk about AIOps, what is AIOps? So AIOps, according to definition from Gartner, it is actually the use of artificial intelligence to automate and improve IT operation. So this could be big, but it could also be being a small steps going ahead. So when we talk about AI, the first thing we have to talk about or think of is how accurate is it? Do we trust it, right? So imagine when you drive a car, do you believe an automatically driving car? So that is a number one thing that we have to think about. How does the platform or the car actually sense the environment, think about the situation, and what's the action being taken? So applying to AIOps, it is also the similar approach. That is sense with observability data. So this observability term is actually a new one compared to monitoring that we have been doing. So observability is all about data available in your IT environment. Next, think with AI. So AI has the biggest power in computing, analyzing everything, and make correlation and relationship with the data. So this is crucial to make use of AI. Next is the action. So how do we, after analyzing every single data, how to take action on behalf of the human interaction? That is to save time and also make the efficiency to the next level. So again, back to the accuracy and all about the use of AI. How do you trust the AI? That is a big question for all of us. So that trust is actually lies with the first two steps. That is how you sense your environment, and also how does the thinking process being implemented and also executed. And these are actually the two main steps instead of the action part. That will be just simple according to intelligence. So AIOps is also taking this journey of sense, think, act. And today we are more focusing on sense and think. Again, back to our topic, AIOps. The observability piece is a very important one, and the whole market is talking about how do we make it apply to our environment. So apply observability is all about talking about the data context, that after you sense the data, you collect the data. How does the data being related to each other, right? Second thing, make use of AI to analyze and make recommendations. This is the outcome that we wanted to have. And definitely, we need a feedback loop in order to make a faster and actually make a continuous improvement taking place. That is the main goal of making IT a better place. So back to every single IT organization. What we observe with our engagement with thousands of customers, they are moving from people-driven operation to process-driven operation. So I think this has been happening for decades because of a lot of human errors that happen when we see people-driven, and then moving on to process-driven. And now, when we have AI, could we make another leap in the efficiency by just using technology? Or, I would say, take technology driving the whole process of operation. So back to Dynatrace, who we are. We are actually the leader in observability and also AIOps. When we see the Gartner Magic Quadrant, we are 13 consecutive years leader in the space. And we are also ranked by Forrester as the AIOps leader. And not to mention about cloud observability piece, we are the leading player within the market. So that's a little bit share of the traditional approach in operation. So these are the typical challenges that we see from the customer. So number one is you have to hire domain expertise, no matter it's talking about database, network, application, this all has to be with your team. And this leads to some other problem. And I think with all of us here, we are in Hong Kong, we are facing a lot of talent drought. That's definitely give us a lot of pressure in no matter what you talk about talent or even human power. Another thing is the long duration of collecting data and make data relevant to your analysis. This will be so critical, but very difficult to do because you have a lot of different domains that we talk about that is actually contradicting to each other. So this will be some of our big customers, they are actually hiring data scientists to make it work. But another issue is, again, technical resources that is related to human power. And last but not least, correlation, which is time-based, is no longer accurate enough for today's world. So today's world, what is today's world? What we're seeing? That is so dynamic, on demand, and everything on the cloud. So correlation, no matter works for us. So what is the approach that we have to head to? So these are the expectations from the business and what you are facing. So number one, customer or user expectation is rising. Number two, complexity coming up from your multi-cloud deployment. We all know cloud is good, but what is the drawback coming out from the cloud? That is their complexity. Cloud A, Cloud B, Cloud C, they all give you different metrics. They all give you different measurement. So how do you navigate with this multi-cloud environment? Number three, scaling. Again, everything on demand, everything dynamic. How do you achieve on operation to tackle this scaling approach? Number four, that is dynamic. The newest technology of containers, cloud native technology, function as a service, these are all dynamic and highly dynamic. Is your team ready and your environment ready to handle this type of dynamic approach? And last but not least, that is the frequency of change that is required by the business. And I think with all the IT people here, every single business user require additional benefits or releases every single month. So how do you handle this kind of high frequency of change? So the new approach is, number one, what you have to acquire is the contextual data. So these are all related to your data. So imagine you have all the data available in terms of application logic, hardware performance, and maybe log. This has to be all connected to each other so that when your team is utilizing the data, they are all being connected and you don't have to use any time-based correlation to make them relevant. Number two, use a deterministic AI with accurate insight and drive real-time decision. So this is so critical. And we are not talking about AI that is collecting more data and then form data model to answer. We are talking about a deterministic AI can make real-time decision. That will include a lot of expertise and requirement about monitoring, or even when we talk about observability and how it applies to operation. Then, in the new world of AI, and also the new requirement for the technology driven, we have to get in everything automatic. So configuration, model building, this should be within the solution itself and help you to deliver. Applicable and supporting multi-cloud, this is, I would say, a fundamental requirement. And again, last but not least, that is highly automated. Automated here not only means we have configuration automated, but what if the outcome, when you see the insight, it is also an automated approach. So, introducing to you the Dynatrace platform. So first of all, we have the expert system of over 650 technologies that is ranging from many different, I would say, corners within the IT environment. This could be the middleware, this could be the database, and most of them are available in the cloud as well. And these actually form what we can actually absorb or collect in terms of data. So this actually forming the number one step, that is sensing the IT environment. Number two, which is also very critical as the step of AIOps, that is to think and also make data contextualize. So this is actually a screen capture from our platform. Our AI is actually, after data being collected, they could be related to the entity model that we form together. And this is a real-time, end-to-end dependency map about your environment. Literally, it means we understand your environment more than you do. And again, this is real-time for the sake of the need of the cloud-native environment. This could be ranging from the relationship from application, service, process, host, and data center. And this is also one of the key of the logical and also, horizontal and vertical relationship that we have. And back to the digital engagement, which is so important nowadays. We have to make sure our customer got the end-to-end, the true end-to-end visibility about what's going on in their environment. So this is a particular use case that almost many of all of customers will be using. So imagine this is a front end, that is a customer web that is doing business. And all the way down to the front end application, no matter it's talking about web or even mobile app, and down to the back end application that the customer is using to support their user, and to the code level. These are all being transparent and also visualized on the Dynatrace platform, so that all the data are being contextualized together and being mapped out in real time. Again, this is a showcase of the data that Dynatrace can be presented, collected, presented, and also make them contextualized with each other. And again, every single boxes here are related to each other. You can click through in between. So what about the second step that I have been talking about? That is the thinking process of the AI. So in Dynatrace, we have actually invented Davis AI, which is the name of our AI engine, from the year of 2015. So it's talking about a mature 8 years of engagement. And Davis AI is very strong in deterministic approach that will be able to help the customer to do predictive, which we could help the customer to predict any problem to be happen. And the other thing is also about the causal AI capability within the deterministic AI bracket. That is the thing that we talk about, how to make data causal to each other. So causal actually means causation, reason, and also the cause. So this is a very important step because this makes the analysis from our AI very accurate. These are actually talking about the traces, domain expertise, and also anomaly detection. And again, in nowadays world, we talk about generative AI, and this is also part of the Davis AI that we are offering. And the benefit from generative AI is we no longer need the operator to know a lot of query language in order to get the insight from the data platform. So these all are the capability of our AI in order to help the customer gain insight from the data we collected. Again, we are focusing on the sense and think step that we are talking about, and this is so crucial for effective AIOps. And when we talk about our AI, the AI engine is taking actually a fault tree analysis approach, which when we talk about fault tree analysis, it is so familiarized with the use from NASA. Because when NASA developed a rocket, even a single screw can actually screw up the whole operation. And they have to make sure every single operation are fault-free. This is the approach of fault tree analysis to ensure everything runs smoothly. And that is the approach our Davis AI is taking. So what are the use cases that we can give and empower the customer? Number one is intelligent problem detection. So from here you can see in a problem view, we can actually give business impact analysis, root cause analysis, all together with a very powerful problem payback. So the problem payback is actually the AI capability to capture everything happen in a certain problem or outage happen in the environment. And then we can play back on what's going on and what's the duration and how does it get resolved, right? So back to the AIOps sense, think, act approach. What we anticipate is a continuous improvement program for the enterprises in the world as well. So this will be also a cycle of identifying problem, plan, execute, and also review, together with the sense, think, act approach that we have. That's why we engage a lot with PwC in the market to help our customer to walk through this kind of AIOps journey. And imagine further, if you do AIOps right, the whole AIOps platform and the IT platform will give you a lot of intelligence. And that intelligence will empower you to ensure the collaboration between business, development team, security, and also operation all together for a better innovative and better business result. And that actually leads to a better outcome of business assurance, business agility, and also cost efficiency. And these are all captured as an example of the measurement or KPI we have done for our customer. So this is in particular very important for their business operation, especially on, I just call an example, like SLO. These are hot topic in the team as well. So these are some of our existing customer, their outcome and achievement with Dynatrace in these three areas. And that is a surface level, as I said, the SLO approach of use case that we are able to provide as an AI power service for the customer. Okay, to summarize, I know someone is circling. And so for AIOps to be implemented well, first thing we have to do is to need the review of AI and also observability. This has to be trusted by the team and the environment. And that actually lies with how Dynatrace is actually walking our customer through this journey, as what we have shared to you. Number two, we have to transform the people-driven or process-driven process more to technology-driven. This will be having a lot of impact in SOP or even target operation model, and that has to be heavily rely on PwC. Another thing is continuous improvement, feedback loop. This is also very important to help the team and the platform to understand how is the program going. Again, every single project needs an enterprise-wide goal, and that will also lead to transparency and reporting to the management. Last but not least, that is the acceleration to the business innovation as a result. So thank you for your time. And our booth, Dynatrace booth, is just around the corner. If you wanted to know more, our team is there with technical and also business team. So feel free to come to us. Thanks for your time. Thank you.